Hello viewers, welcome back to our channel Smart Data Learners by datascientist.ca. So today we will use artificial intelligence, Claude Code to build a Windows application, very useful application to enter the orders, products and customers into the SQL Server database. So the main goal is to show you how this uh, AI technologies like Claude Code can help you build a consulting business or solving business problems where in the recent past, we used developers to spend a lot of time to explain them what are your requirements. So in today's video, we will show you from completed project to build a project from scratch. So before moving to the project, I will show you a small overview how the technologies have changed the environments for the last 200 years. Just to show you is quickly one picture it's worth showing here. Uh, so you see every major leap in human history had people who ignored it and got left behind. In the 3500 BCE, the wheel, then 1700s to 1800s, the Industrial Revolution, 1980s, personal computers, 2000 internet, and right now it's AI. And even in AI, people still don't know how to utilize that. So today's tutorial is just a uh, beginner level tutorial. It's basically it's a initial tutorial to show you how we can leverage the artificial intelligence to create very useful applications, projects, and so on. So thank you and see you in the next session with the complete tutorial. Hello viewers, welcome to our channel Smart Data Learners by datascientist.ca. So today our topic is basically we will uh, demonstrate the working capabilities of Claude Code, and we will show you how we can use Claude Code to produce uh, C sharp and Windows application for our client. So basically, our client wants a order entry system where they can enter the products and customers and so on. So let's begin. So this is a working this the application you are seeing is on the system on the screen is is exactly working app we created with the use of SQL Server and C sharp and language in the Visual Studio. So what we did is uh, it's a full application which can create, read, update, delegate, delete against a real SQL Server database. I didn't handwrite a single line of code, and I built this entirely with the Claude Code, Anthropic's AI coding tool. And in this video, I am going to show you how exactly how, including the parts that went wrong. There were some problems were also we faced while using the Claude Code. So let me show you first the this application, what it is about. Basically, this app is where we can add customers, we can add products, we can add quantities, prices,
and date, and uh, there are certain prices which are predefined. So let's first see what it shows. For example, we can add a customer name, new customer. We can add a new customer, for example, J-O-H in John, and add its phone number, for example, 07111111, and its his email, John at nobody nobody.com. So we save one customer here. You see, now we have a one customer here, and then we can add products also in this table, in the uh, in our database. For example, we want to create a new product. For example, we say oranges. The price is, so it's basically simple app. We will just store its price by a unit, and we'll save it, $3. So price is here. Now we can add a new order. For example, we want to add a new order. Here we can select John, and we can select oranges. For example, we have 3 oranges. Price is already we have entered $3. We and that's the date, and total amount is calculated here, and then we can save it. So this order is saved, and if we go to our database, you will see that all of these are saved here. For example, if we go to the databases, and this is a data entry, and we can look into the tables, we can look into the customers. You see, we have this John, we entered this, it has been included in our database, and then products. Oranges are added here, and if we go to the orders, so we have included one order for this on this date, right? So basically, before the Claude code, everything has to be done through manual coding. I will show you all this project in the Visual Studio, so that you will see. If we look at that, the Claude Code has developed all of these forms. For example, this one is orders form. This is order repository. This all code has been completed by. So basically, this is such a powerful tool that we can learn to code by reverse engineering. For example, we ask uh, uh, Claude Code to develop our app, and then we can look into the code what the Claude Code has done into the app back behind the scene what's happening, right? And you see this is orders. If we look at the orders.cs, these are all of these forms have been developed. We can look into the, for example, we can look into, so basically we will not go into more details. Uh, this is, but we have touched that this all of these forms have been developed by the Claude Code. Automatically, we gave the prompt, and we can look into the. So we'll basically we'll now close this. Let's do that, and if we run it, so this is our form which is working now. So this is the project which this lot of coding has been already done by the Claude Code. So how to do that? So that's the big that's the goal. How we will explain how we achieved this form without having any uh, uh, doing any coding. How we created that form using Claude Code, right? So let's first uh, go to the. We'll show you the Claude Code first. So this is basically is a Claude Code desktop application. And how we use that, we created the prompt. We wrote prompt to create our application. So let's first go through the prompt. So basically, viewers, here we have our Claude. We this is the prompt we will give to the Claude Code to develop our app. So basically what we are saying is build a Windows Forms desktop application called orders entry using C Sharp and .NET Windows latest application. and backed by SQL Server local DB database. Write a database SQL script. So we are asking Claude to write a database SQL script, order entry database if it doesn't exist. So create a database of order entry that we created and DBO customer table. This is a SQL which was used in the SQL Server. So what it says is customer ID, PK identity, customer name, and so on, phone, and all these information we need. DBO product, product ID, identity, product name, price, orders dot order. This and orders table have a order ID primary key and the customer ID foreign key in the product ID foreign key, and then we have a products quantity if integer not null, and so these are the commands we gave for the database, and then to and in the product quantity total amount decimal, and then and so on. Main order entry form, order details form, group box, customer combo box, drop down, bound to customer table by name, stores, customer ID plus manage a customer management dialog, right? And then we have a product combo box that opens a product management box, quantity, numeric orders, and and so on. And then predefined price, read only text, order date, total amount, read only, search box, and then we use a data view grid listing all order ID, customer ID, products, price, read only, a status label showing the result of last action, validation before customer and product must be selected. And there's some technical uh, aspects of the application. And one more important thing is that we can even generally write uh, a prompt, and then in our own language, and then we can what we want, and then we can give this to, like for example, we are talking to a developer, we give the developer that we want this, and then this prompt is further refined by the Claude that will create all the technical details. That's one of the way we can do that. But these are the technical details. I gave the generic prompt in which I told the Claude that that's what I need. That's what my client need. They need orders entry form where they can enter products, uh, customers, and then they can also enter the details of the quantity and so on. We can basically draw a picture of what we want on some form of visual, right? And then give it to the Claude, and then it can also write a prompt for us, right? So basically, that technical details are developed by the Claude to make it better. So, for example, it says here one repository, entity, order repository, product using SQL command and all that. We don't need to know everything. You can just first give the uh, Claude your requirements. What you want. What is your what is the business problem and what we need to achieve through this form, right? And then the Claude and ask Claude to write a technical prompt, and then we can give this to Claude Code, and then it can create this. We will do that in the next session. So first, we have this all these details of this prompt in technical, which was developed by this prompt is also developed by the Claude, right? And we give this prompt, technical prompt, to the Claude here. So that's how we use that. And in the next session, we will use the this prompt. We will give the prompt to the Claude and see how it will create a new form for us. So that's it for this session, and we'll see you in the next session where we will create this actual form. Viewers, thank you, and we'll see you in the next session. Hello, viewers. Welcome back to this session. And in this session, we will uh, give a prompt which we discussed in our last session to Claude Code to develop order entry application, which we reviewed in our last session. So let's give this the command or a prompt to the Claude Code. So we are in the Claude Code desktop version. So we'll just paste that. So we pasted, build a Windows form desktop app called order entry application. We can just write separate from which we, let's see what it does, already completed, as well as a separate database, right? So just let explain me again here. This prompt is written, also written by the Claude Code, but for writing this prompt, we talked with the Claude Code the way we talk to a developer in the real world, human developer. We explain them that what's our requirement. For example, we explain to the Claude Code like a developer. We're talking to a developer that we need the order entry form, and what's the goal of that form, what how it will work. We need a backend database and so on. So now so the Claude Code develop prompt for us, and now we will use this prompt here, and let's see what happens, right? And we'll see. Let's give this command and see what happens. Okay, we can. That's asking for a permission that allow Claude Code to run check existing directory and .NET SDK version. Okay, we can allow. And yeah, that these are some. It will ask us some permissions before doing anything. The directory is already contain a complete daughter complete order entry matching this specs almost exactly. How should I proceed? New folder, rebuild the place, just review and fix existing. No, we'll create a new folder, new DB. Yeah, that's because we are working on a tutorial just to explain, and we'll create a new folder and new DB. Okay. Allow Claude Code to run list sibling directories to pick non-colliding folder name. Okay. I have built the fresh project HP this with the database order entry. So it's fully independent of existing app and its DB. So now it's creating that. So we have to allow the Claude Code to run list installed SDKs. So it will allow that. As explained, we once we'll create the app, we will review that. We can review the code, we can review everything. So which is called a reverse engineering. We can learn from its work, AI's work. You know, allow Claude Code to list scaffold project files. Allow once. It's still working. Allow Claude to read order entry app to CS project. Allow Claude to read program.cs. So we'll allow it to fix everything in case there is. Now let's allow Claude to edit order entry app2.c. Okay. Allow. Now the app.config. Allow Claude to write app.config.cs. Okay. Allow Claude to write customer.cs. Okay. We'll allow that. So we are after once it's completed, we can also allow ask Claude to explain this application, how it works, like explain it to someone who is a like who doesn't know anything. So that will also guide you what the Claude has done and so on, and it's a great opportunity of learning, enhancing, upgrading your skills and all that. So this big it's a real breakthrough uh, in the software world and all. Allows Claude to design it. Yes, still working. Allow Claude to write customer forms.cs. Allow Claude to write product form. Okay. Allow Claude to write product form.cs. So here's the Claude is writing everything what it does, what it's doing. Almost done thinking. So where's because I'm staying on the screen just to show you how it works. Uh, so that's the main crux of this tutorial, to show you how we can leverage the AI tools like Claude Code to develop some useful applications. Okay, we'll leave it here. SQL Server, maybe some security permission, but let's start this app. And the main goal is that we'll add a new customer. We, let's say, give it a name John. We can give it a phone number 746 111 111, and email John at. Okay, so we have one customer, and now we can, you see, now we can see the customer here. There are no products. We can add a product here. Let's say mangoes, mangoes. Price, let's say $12, okay, $15. Okay, so we close that. Now we are able to, we can add a new order, customer, mangoes, and quantity we can say, you see the our price is automatically calculated, so we can save that. So now we have this order is saved. So that's how this the Claude helped us to build this app and Windows application. And to see how much time we saved, in the human conversation, that's important, because the coding is still, we require, we need to learn the coding, because we cannot just trust on the artificial intelligence totally or solely. We can review everything what it has done, what the Claude Code has completed. We can go into the, for example, into Visual Studio. For example, we can, for example, it has created a new app on the desktop, on the data folder. This one is the our this one is the older app. This one is the newer app. We can go here and we can run from Visual Studio. No, no, we can run this one. And you see we have all of this open in front of us. Okay, there are some network issues here. We'll check that. This is which is beyond our scope of this, but this project we demonstrate that this project worked perfectly. And now I'll go back to Claude Code. And so in this video we showed you in the previous session the working of a app, Windows application which we created, and then we created the application ourselves in this video, uh, giving the complete prompt, and already explained that the prompt is like we can refine the prompt. You can write first what you are looking for. For example, in your first phone call to a developer, you can explain that I need a such and such application which can enter my customer, which can enter my product, and then I can write an order and all that. And then the developer will give you some idea how to do that. And that's how this Claude Code works. It exactly work like a developer for us, you know. So with that, we will end our tutorial, uh, we hope that that was a very useful tutorial, which explained you the how we can leverage artificial intelligence. Specifically, we worked in the Claude Code today to achieve our objectives. We can so by learning this, this is such a big opportunity. By learning these Claude Code, we can start small business of solving small business problems of data and all that. So thank you, viewers, and we'll see you. We'll update more tutorials on that. So thank you and have a great day.